games, and second to Alan Webb in the mile in New York City last weekend.
I talked to Lagat about his loss to Alan Webb last week. He said he had just come down from altitude. He had been training in Flagstaff, Arizona, around 7,000 feet. So he didn't really have that race sharpness, that quick turnover that we'll normally see him have later in the season. But in this mile, we should expect to see Lagat get up there right behind the rabbits, go right with the established pace, and see him challenge for the win. It'll be up to others to try and go with Bernard Lagat, who is the strongest miler we'll see out here today.
And there you see the list of competitors in the Bowerman Mile, named for the late University of Oregon track coach. More than 100 runners have broken 4 minutes for the mile in this race over the years.
And Bernard Lagat is really looking forward to this year because this is going to be his first opportunity this summer in Osaka. He will be able to represent the United States. And he's running in this race with quite a few of his former countrymen, of course, two-time Olympic medalist for his native Kenya, but went to Washington State and has spent quite a bit of time in the United States. And as I said, in 2 weeks at the National Championships, he could be on his way to Osaka.
The pacemakers are in front. Ross Krempley leads. Jeffrey Rono is also in there as a pacemaker. He's in second place. So the Rabbits take them out through their paces here early in the Bowerman Mile.
And Tom, Lagat told me that he is looking for around 151 at 800 meters. That is pretty quick. Right now they're at 55.7 seconds at the quarter mile mark. So he wants a quick pace because it's important to feel that burn and know what it feels like, because that's what he'll have to do when he gets to Europe later in the year. And of course, if he makes the World Championship team. Quick pacing.
Lagat tucked into third behind the two pace setters.
You know, Lagat talked about coming down from altitude, which meant that he is very, very strong. But again, once you've gotten that very good base, you need to get out on the track, get up on your toes, and start to sprint. And that is what we did not see from him last week. We did not see that sprint speed that he needs, and he knows he is rounding in for this big race, which is the National Championships.
Krempley, one of the Rabbits, ducks out of the race. And Bernard Lagat, born in Kenya, now a U.S. citizen, continues to track them behind Jeffrey Rono, who's the remaining pace setter. Lagat is there, and then Coleman of Kenya, and Kip Churcher of Kenya as well.
A little slow at the 800-meter split, Tom, looking for 151 again. Lagat was around 154. It's a bit breezy. There's a wind blowing at their back now, but they've got that wind in the home stretch when they come back around the corner there.
And again, the rain is falling just lightly, and it's so fine of a mist that you can barely see it, but it is there, and the wind has kicked up, because if you can see the rain, it is actually blowing into the faces of the athletes as they come into the home stretch.
Jeffrey Rono of Kenya, the pacemaker, and Bernard Lagat is right there. Then it's Coleman of Kenya and Kip Churcher of Kenya as well. Here's the bell lap, the final lap, and the pacemaker Krempley drops out, so Bernard Lagat is in front. Coleman is second and Kip Churcher third.
Now this is going to be a big test for Bernard Lagat, because last week he did not have it, especially around the last turn and into the home straight. Can he hold off Daniel Coleman, who is right behind him? Now Coleman's up on his side now.
Coleman moves alongside, and Daniel Coleman takes a short lead. Lagat is back into second. It's Coleman now pulling away from Lagat. A big margin back to Kip Churcher in third place. So the battle up front is between Coleman and Lagat. And here comes the home straightaway. And it is Daniel Coleman of Kenya that's pulling away from Bernard Lagat. Standing ovation as they come down the stretch in the Bowerman Mile in Eugene, Oregon. And it is Daniel Coleman that will beat Bernard Lagat in the Bowerman Mile. Whoa! Lagat second, and Alex Kip Churcher of Kenya is third.
Well, that's a great time by Daniel Coleman. 3:48.28 seconds unofficially. Bernard Lagat's legs are not quite there yet. He has a couple of weeks left to go before the U.S. Championships as the rain begins to fall here on all the athletes and the fans at Hayward Field. But a tremendous run by Daniel Coleman. Watch this move on the backstretch.
Well, right here, Coleman moves up alongside Lagat, probably thinking, okay, is he going to keep me out or is he going to let me go? But he goes right by, and I'll tell you, the weather is not nice right here. It is raining out there and it is windy, but right here, he is fighting the elements, and Coleman has gone to his arms and he has a strong finish.
22-year-old Daniel Coleman of Kenya has run the fastest mile ever in the United States. 3:48.28. Bernard Lagat second and Alex Kipchirchir finishing in third. And now let's take a look at our Team USA Athlete of the Meet presented by Visa.
Outside.
And it is Nick Simmons, the hometown hero from Eugene, Oregon, who went to college at Willamette in Salem, Oregon, who in the final stride